Hey, welcome back to another netcast. I'm Rich Lopez, Quantrix Authority. Fantastic that you joined me today for episode number 48, where I want to show to you how reordering category tiles allows you really to see filters that may be hidden from your view. So I was working on this model the other day with my coworker, and we had applied the slick filter that I'll show you here, but then we lost track of it. We could not find it. Didn't know what we had done. We knew we had done something fancy, but we could not see this little filter icon that is available when you typically apply a filter. So how did we get it back? Where did we find it? That's what I want to share with you today, because it took us probably an hour and a half to figure out. So I have here a list of account numbers, and I have this GNA filter input. And what happens is whenever I change this number here, I have a filter applied to then only show those GL numbers that have the number applied here. So if I go ahead and I throw in 810, you can see that everything just changed to 810. You can see that 810 is right here in each one of these GL numbers. If I wanted to go back to 800 or go to 800, you can see again 800 is shown here. What's happening is I have a filter applied, and I can see that right by this little funnel. If I hover on it, it goes ahead and it tells me that I have a filter GNA input, and that's my formula. I can also right click it, I can go filter, and I can go filter custom. And all I'm saying is the filter that's being applied here is GNA filter input, GNA department ID, if it equals the department that I have here. And if I click that, it performs the filter. What we were running into though is we had item here, this category, we had it down here in the order in the columns, and you can see there's no filter here. So even if we right click on this and we go filter, it says no filter. But if I were to clear all filters, then I would see that, yeah, there must have been some sort of filter there, even though I can't see it. So we were completely confused. I just undid it there. We were completely confused on where this filter was. So it wasn't until I moved it to the top, and let me move it to the top here. It wasn't until I moved it to the top that I could actually see the funnel and know that I indeed did have a filter and we weren't losing our minds. So if you've got a filter, you know you got a filter applied, but you can't seem to figure out where it's at, try moving the category tile up to the top of the order in the columns. This also seems to work for rows as well. If I go here to item, I can see no filter here, but if I go ahead and I drag it to the very beginning, sure enough, I've got a filter. So I hope you find that helpful. That's kind of a new trick that I just discovered here in this awesome tool, Quantrix Modeler. If you have any questions about filtering or anything else in Quantrix, feel free to reach out to me at quantrixauthority@gmail.com. I absolutely love Quantrix, and I want to make you a Quantrix master. So please join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich Lopez.